All right. Victory Chevrolet, Savannah, Missouri is our podcast right here at the Victory Boys podcast, welcoming Caleb Lichty.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You know, Caleb's young and very energetic about the car business.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, Caleb, how old are you?
I just turned 23 in March.
Ooh, man, got the years of experience.
Yeah. I started when the first week I was 20, and I turned 21 first week of selling cars. So, yeah.
I was wondering why you came in a little tired.
Yeah.
Got hit the scenes a little bit when you hit that 2-1, bud.
Yeah, that's true. Not really. It's kind of the same.
What were you doing before you were selling cars rather than, going to middle school?
Pretty much. Warehouse, driving a forklift. I remember specifically making a post on Facebook about how I hated working in a warehouse. Nothing
against warehouse guys.
Oh yeah.
Hey, if you work at a warehouse, come out to Victor Chevrolet. You don't even have to talk to Caleb. You can come straight to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well, go ahead, Caleb.
No. Yeah, I could tell people who still work there at that warehouse still. So yeah, not a bad job, but the perception of things, we kind of talked about that beforehand. That job was like picking orders for much bigger name companies who just buy our product, and you build an order, ship it out on a transport truck, and you make the company however much money, thousands of dollars. Obviously, you get a lot of benefits when it comes to hourly stuff. A lot of places where you work, but getting paid $15 to $18 an hour to make the company's quote unquote $100,000, $150,000, $60,000, whatever it may be, just the perception of that I couldn't pan out. Basically, making your own money by putting in however much work you decide to put in is like just how I wanted it to be.
But let's back up on this just for a second. So number one is when you're a little kid, you never, your dream job wasn't to be a car salesman.
No.
But after you graduated, went to a couple years of college, not that that's required by any means, I promise you. There's a couple guys, I don't even know if they passed the 8th grade, let alone great guys though. I don't even know. No need. You don't have to graduate college to work here, but
or even kill it in the car business.
Sure, but if you were going to your dream job wasn't to be a car salesman, you pretty much went and worked at the factory and said, "Man, this isn't for me." But man, Victor Chevrolet, man, we gave you a little bit of an opportunity.
Yeah, the opportunity mostly for me was just like, I want to see how hard I work reflect. That was it. That was the first opportunity where I got that opportunity. Anywhere else, it was just sign on, clock in, clock. Whether you do triple the work of the guy next to you, clock in, clock out, same rate.
Hey, we're back at it. It'll be interesting. Let's see if you can tell the difference on what was changed. Yeah, we had to take a little bit of a 45-second break.
If you noticed.
Oh, yeah, give it away, Caleb. Great. Hey, guess I won't be giving away a free hat for that trivia question.
Oh, okay, might be.
Hey.
We'll get one anyway.
Hey, come on in and buy a vehicle. We'll get you a hat.
Yeah,
so
at the least.
Hey, so as you guys know, we talk anything. We talk hunting, sports. We try to make sure we stay on the topic a little bit of the automotive industry. But man, let me tell you, Caleb has a little bit different hobby than I know most people haven't. And man, I'm down. I'm fine with it. But man, you just took a little trip last weekend. Where'd you go?
Yeah. So we drove 7 hours to go stay at the Indiana State Sanatorium, which is just a quote unquote, everybody's beliefs are different, haunted location. The exploration is awesome. Just seeing history. Whether you find a ghost or not, to each their own.
Did you find a ghost?
He's not in a box. I don't have him at home. I would probably say no.
Well, but you tried.
Yeah.
How long did you stay there for?
All night.
All night.
Got there at 5 p.m., left at 8 a.m. the next morning.
So just
no sleep.
No sleep.
Mm-mm.
Man, just a quick question, and I don't know why it went through my head, and maybe because I'm 5'8" and weigh 280 pounds, but what in the hell did you guys eat?
We ordered some Pizza Hut, like we do here every Saturday. It was like I was never left.
So let me get, dude, did you happen to have it delivered?
We tried. The location was too, like, off-grid. They wouldn't bring it. We had to drive 10 minutes.
I'll tell you a funny story about it, pizza being delivered, and I don't know if I ever told you this story, but Jeremy Brashears, our finance guy, man, you want to talk about a guy that likes shenanigans and joke, but we had this smart car on the showroom floor, and he ordered some pizza, but the smart car is just so small. It could literally fit you could drive it down the hallway. So he goes and he backs this smart car down the hallway, and he's just sitting there waiting because the pizza delivery man takes it to the front desk and goes straight to the receptionist. And he knew that he had it all set up, and pizza man comes in and says, "Hey, I got a delivery for Jeremy Brashears." Receptionist jumps on the intercom. "Jeremy Brashears to the showroom floor. Jeremy Brashears to the showroom floor." And that was his cue. And he goes, "Arr!" And he drives this smart car down the hallway onto the showroom floor and rolls down the window and gets the pizza man to give him the pizza through the window, and he says, "Thank you," and he puts it in reverse and jets back down the hallway. And the pizza man never cracked a smile.
Not once.
Not once.
Man, I delivered pizza too. I think if I had that experience, I would have cracked a big smile.
You're a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Warehouse, forklift, pizza delivery man. I mean, you have it all. I mean, let me ask you this. What were you driving when you were delivering pizza?
2 vehicles.
2?
A 2001 Hyundai Sonata.
Ooh.
Needed a tranny every delivery. Just, I was making tips though.
I know what happened. You bought that somewhere, and that was their motto. Hey, if that tranny ain't slipping, don't come a tripping.
I think it actually was a good tactic when you pull up to a house, and this thing, the front of it was falling off, sounded like crap. When they open the door and they see a delivery guy driving that, they're like, "Oh God, he probably needs a little bit of extra tip to go get that tranny checked out or something." I don't know, oil change, maybe a little psychological tactic, bigger tip.
How old did you say you were again?
23.
23.
It's my Jordan year.
Hey, Jordan year.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you just said it was your Jordan year, not your LeBron year.
Imagine.
You know? So hopefully my son Bryson sees that, because MJ is the GOAT. Just telling you. But anyway, back to Caleb here. So you're 23, and you talked about just right there, you had a couple cars, but you just probably purchased not too long ago Colorado. And what number of car are you on now?
Dude. Sonata, Honda Fit, Malibu, V, Colorado. That's 5.
And how many have you bought here at Victor Chevrolet since you've been working here?
3 of them.
3. And how many years have you been working here?
March was 2 years.
So you've bought more cars in years you've been working here.
Correct.
It just does it to you.
And it's not going to stop either, probably.
This guy is always thinking about trading.
Yeah.
He's had how long have you had the Colorado?
3 months.
3 months. And I bet you not even 30 days went by, and he goes, "Man, what do you think?" What was it, a Trail Boss?
Yeah. It's actually probably still out there. That LT's, man, it changes every week. Full-size truck.
He said, "Man, what do you think about trading?" I buddy, we can, if that's what you want to do.
Pay your sales tax first. At least. Crap.
I mean, yeah, you're going to have to prove that registration for sure.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, so being young into the business, and what was your perception of coming into the car business? When you first thought about a car salesman or a dealership, what did you think about?
Man, I could ramble on that for probably an hour.
We do not have an hour.
We do not have that, so I'll make it fairly quick. When I made my post on Facebook about just anybody offer me a job, Derrick messaged me personally and asked if I wanted a career change. And I told him initially that I would absolutely love to come detail cars, like isolated, independent. But he said, no, let's do sales. Let's try sales. And at first, like initially, I was just like, no shot, because every single person probably has the same stigma over salespeople, whether it's cars, real estate, whatever it may be. And this is, again, before I sold cars. You think you're going to be looked at as a somebody who's trying to get you, or you can't trust them, whatever it may be, is like the salesperson, just stigmatism. Again, I'm young, so that's pretty much all that was to me, was I didn't want to be perceived that way. I would say 3 months into the business, you realize how quickly that's just not it. Like, you can do it entirely exactly how you want to, exactly the person you are, and still make a good living doing it. I feel like the honesty and trustworthiness that you just give to your customers, that comes back around, even if it's one deal.
Yeah, if you're honest and upfront and you're doing business the right way, that's when you're going to see the repeat business.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting any repeat business, you're probably doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. This store has taught me that very, very well. And in just 2 years of being here, I have seen repeat business. I have seen people give me referrals or leave reviews. And, like, there's no amount of money that most quote-unquote scummy sales guys can make that is better than hearing that from people, like just the direct connection.
I tell you what, it was when I first got into the car business, it was really strange. I was kind of hiding my head a little bit,
right?
You know, and there's some people that know this and some people that don't. But man, I taught and coached for a few years, and you know, if you look at a national survey, teachers were the second most trustworthy people in the entire nation. If you know, on a survey. And so that makes somebody proud, and you kind of pump your chest up and you can be excited about it. And, you know, a lot of people look up to you. But man, I'll be honest with you, I've not looked to see where car salesmen ranked on that survey, and I don't want to.
Right.
You know, but then I kind of, you know, just exactly what you said, you know, you can make it your own. Mm-hmm. You are who you are, and if you're just true to yourself and do what's right, what you know is right, and how you want to be treated, then man, it is a prideful job, because really we're helping people purchase the second largest purchase they'll ever make.
No doubt.
Other than a house. Mm-hmm. Now on, you know, people don't, you know, just go buy $40,000 and $50,000 cars every week. Mm-hmm. You know, they're doing that every so often. You know, I got people there. I mean, there's some people that do it every 6 months, but there's some people that don't do it, you know, mm-hmm. every 20 years, mm-hmm. you know. And so it's pretty prideful to help someone with that. And as long as you're, you know, doing them right, mm-hmm. and making sure they're taken care of. So, but yeah, also just being young into the business. I mean, where do you see the business going? You know, do you see a lot of more online sales? Do you see, you know, more deliveries to people's homes?
Yeah, I feel like, a lot more people are purchasing vehicles without ever coming in and really seeing them. I don't think people will just get more comfortable doing that. I feel like there might be a process at which that is installed, or like a program, kind of like how Carvana came about. It's like, oh, you can never see your car, get your payments online, get it delivered to you, never see a salesman. Like, that was their thing. Maybe there's a point in time where, kind of like how we have CRM tools, where you have a tool that allows you to buy cars online and never have to see them, rather than a car dealership like Carvana. Not that they're a dealership, but if you get what I'm saying. They're
Sure.
automotive, they sell cars. Maybe there will be something easier that allows people to buy online easier. Because right now, like, if somebody tried to buy online here, it's like you can run into anything depending on what salesperson you get with. If somebody wants to buy a car online and they inquire to me about it and I get that lead, how would I buy a car, never seeing it, 600 miles away? What would I do if I knew that I was never going to go see it? Which, to me, I probably would not ever do that, which is why I don't think it'll ever just come to that. But you have to be the guy who gives them every single piece of information, every scratch, every flaw, everything, because that's how you do it without issues. Like, you have to do it that way.
That's the only way.
That's the only way. Send somebody a car. And
but it can be done.
Yeah, I've done it all the time.
What's the farthest place you probably sold a car to? Where are they located?
Man. I want to give credits to one guy who came from Grand Junction, Colorado, and he drove. I've had people fly from probably New York, Florida, but this cat drove 13 hours into Iowa, I think. Had to take a train, and the train took him to a rental. Rental came to me. I handled his rental when he got back here, or when he left, took his truck, drove it all the way back home, loved it, perfect.
What did you sell him?
It was a 2021 or 2020 high country half ton. Said there was just not one within hundreds of miles of him that was priced that way. He got there. He actually saw the truck after seeing the pictures and making the trip, and was like, dude, it's better in person. So, like, that kind of makes you feel good. I'll give credit to that guy. He made me feel really good about his travel. And
man, if he's taking 12 and 13-hour car rides, then jumping on trains, man, to come buy a car from you, I'd say you did something right.
Yeah, absolutely. Check the Google reviews. You'll probably see them in there.
Man, talk about reviews. What, man, do you like getting reviews?
Dude, it's the backbone, I feel like. You can have a terrible week and not check reviews, and then just kind of find yourself on. I did it today, and when you see your name drop next to a 5-star, you're like, wow, that kind of kicks you in the bum, makes you want to get up from your desk and go get another 5-star. I mean, it's motivating.
Yeah, and it probably, I mean, it helps other people outside know where to go and who to go to. And so if you see a guy with all those reviews, I mean, obviously you probably want to talk to that guy or that person that has a bunch of 5 stars. I mean, if you see somebody that has a 2.5 star, they're probably not the guy you want.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. So I'm assuming he's the 2.5 stars has probably dropped the ball a little bit. So,
sure.
But man, that's good to know that. I mean, you don't really get paid anymore to get a 5-star review,
no.
but man, when you see that, it does motivate you and makes you feel good. So, man, anyone out there purchasing vehicles from us, man, please leave us a review. And even if it's not a good review, man, give us a call. Let us know what we can do to change that to make it a 5-star review, because, man, we are in the customer service business. You know, that's what we do. So
we are people, just like you.
Correct. Not perfect. I mean, we strive for greatness, but sometimes we fall a little short.
Sure.
So, kind of like LeBron James has fell, a few short from, getting, I don't know how many rings he has, 4.
I couldn't even tell.
I don't know. I'm talking to freaking Ghost Hunter about basketball. The guy didn't even play basketball in high school, I'm pretty
No.
sure.
2 years.
Did you play any sports in high school?
Yeah. Baseball was the number one. Football felt obligated.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to a school with 200 people total, and you're like a decent athlete. I'm not saying I was anything special by any means, but I also think if I didn't play football, you always, when you're done, you're like, God, I wish I would have. So that kind of cures that. Football, baseball, 2 years of basketball. That was really about it.
How many kids did you graduate in your class, Caleb?
No more than 40. Yeah, maybe 42.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, I graduated in the top 10 of my class.
Yeah, out of 12.
No. 13.
13.
13. And that's counting a foreign exchange student.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
At that outside education, you still beat them.
Hey, top 10. Top 10, boys.
Hometown boys, hometown deals.
That's right. Top 10 in my class. You know, people, you know, we're from a smaller school, you know, growing up, and smaller communities, and you know, you see these guys that are you know, my kids now, you know, they have, I think Dayton probably graduated with 400 to 500 kids in his class.
Right.
You know, I mean, just in his class. Hell, we didn't have that K through 12. So I'll be telling people all the time, they'll want to talk about, you know, how smart they were, what they got on their ACT, and you know, I just got to pump the chest out and let them know. I graduated in the top 10. Did you do it? Oh, well, I did.
The facts is facts.
I mean, they don't need to know how many kids are in my class.
How do you think like something like that, like us? Obviously, I'm 23. How old are you, Derrick?
39.
Yeah.
Good golly.
I would say we're from the same area,
Yeah,
same
we're from the
size
same
schools throughout all periods of time. How do you think something like that like affects a place like this where we work? Coming from a small community, like everybody's so helpful. You know, everybody first name basis.
Well, you know, I've talked, you know, we talked about this a couple podcasts ago with Chris Yates, and you know, just this area in itself, it's it might be, you know, St. Joe's 70,000 people,
Right.
but man, it is the smallest, biggest city I know, because everyone knows everyone, and there's all these small little towns on the outside, and there's a connection there. So being from a small town, I really enjoyed growing up in a small town, and yeah, I graduated with 13 kids, but man, I have 13 really good friends, and when other people that are a grade above me, or even 4 or 5 years above me, or 4 or 5 years younger than me, really good friends. You know, we all know one another really well, so. You know, most people know I'm from Elwood, Kansas, and I always like sharing that I'm from Elwood, and I'll it's kind of one of my lines. You know, someone will come in and I'll ask them where they're from, and I'll normally say, yeah, I'm from this big town across the river, and they're like, oh yeah, where? And I'll say, this big town called Elwood, Kansas. You ever heard of it? You know, and then normally I'll get a flood joke or something. But the good news is you know, there's 1,000 people that live over there, and that means I got 1,000 friends I know. So working here in this industry and seeing all different types of people, I can relate because you know, there's not at the smaller schools, there's not a bunch of little, you know, it's not like, oh, here's the theater kids, and here's all the jocks, and here's the band kids, and here's the you know, the math, you know, kids that really like math, the math club, or we're all in one. So and there was kids that were playing football that are really good, you know, that are really good at math and wasn't so hot at football, but they played football because they want to hang out with their friends, and that was all about. So you get a really good diversity, a mixture of kids at a smaller school, And I think that really helps in this business because we're seeing all types of different people. And, so I can normally relate to them somehow, some way. And just kind of like you said earlier, it's just about being, we're all people. We're just normal people. Just not too long ago, you were just working in a factory driving a forklift.
Correct.
So, back onto the car business too. We talked earlier, man, I think someone's like trying to creep in on me on a door. I'm trying to figure out who we got, bud. Well, someone's trying to come in. I don't know if we got a car deal out there that someone's needing some help. They're probably not looking for Caleb, by the way. They're probably looking for me, but
they know where I'm at.
No, I'm messing with you.
I got admin things back here.
That's kind of the joke, we got quite a few cars here, Caleb. How many cars do you think we got out there?
Dude.
You had to put a number on it.
We got over 120.
Well, that's
easily.
just a pre-owned, bud.
Right. What do we got? We don't have over 100 new, do we?
Oh, yeah, I'd say we do. We probably got 250 cars out there.
Yeah. I took some videos right before I came in here, and that was when I did realize, I was like, wow, we are growing. This is way more video of cars that I'm taking than I was at the old store.
What's something about selling cars outside of the car deal or something that no one sees? What's like the worst part of the job? Like, is it moving the cars? Is it, tagging a car in? Is it going to check with service? I mean,
dude, yeah.
What would be like, oh my gosh, is it checking door handles every night? Most people don't know, but we got to check the door handles every night, make sure they're locked up so no one tries to steal them.
Yeah. There's a lot to the car business, not just selling cars.
Sure.
I don't like.
You can be honest, buddy. We're good.
There's just so many.
There's a few things.
No, there's nothing too like actually irritating. Like small tasks like that, no. But if I was giving an honest answer, when it's busy and you're there's so much traffic from outside of here, leads, people calling from everywhere, we're priced the best. You tend to not be able to schedule everybody exactly correct. You get a guy who's like, oh, I can only come in at this time or that time, and you have a day or a few days where it's just like pretty chaotic. Those, sometimes coming out of those is rough. We're like, gosh, it's almost like when you think you have to go do something, like when you walk in a room to do something, you don't know what you did, what you went in there to go do, and you're just like, gosh, what was it? Miles? Was I stocking something? Was somebody's on hold? Like, it's just like so many things. It's just when it's busy, which is a good thing.
Sure. I love it when it's busy.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
But I get what you're saying. If you have multiple customers here at the same time, you're really trying to please.
Dude, you got to lock in.
You're trying to please every customer, and you're trying to, be yourself and try to be relaxed. And at the same time, you're trying to get all their information and cater to them and get them through the process because most likely as much as you like Caleb or myself, you really don't want to be here that long.
No.
I mean, we're likable guys, Caleb.
I'm pretty conscious of that. When people come in, I know that nobody wants to be there for hours. Nobody does. So when you're juggling something like that, and you can tell when people are getting impatient, it does make you more nervous. I mean, you're doing everything that you can.
Sure.
That's kind of piling.
Yeah, there's some things that are just out of your control.
Yeah. I something as small as like I'm going from person to person. It's like you hey, you guys want some water? Oh, yeah, give me just 1 second. I'll get some water. And it's like 5 minutes. Like you're sitting there waiting for numbers. Like, God, I needed to go get that water. It's just something small like that. People will like, man, this dude said he was going to get me water, and he hasn't brought me water yet. It's like, that's.
Better tell him to hit the water fountain, bud.
We got that now. 401 East Main.
There is. Hey, if you're a little perched, right there's 2 water fountains.
Not at 707. Not there.
Hey, 401 East Main Street, Savannah, Missouri. Victor Chevrolet, come out, some fresh water, fresh water, right out of the old water faucet.
So if I forget to give you yours, it's right around the corner.
I mean, it just tells you, and hopefully people see this and they see how, we do try to cater and customer service, and we know that it's taking longer than we want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we want to see you, we want to laugh and have fun, but we also know why you're there, and we want your car to be spotless when it comes out. And if we washed it a week beforehand, or even days beforehand, even hours before you came in, then it wouldn't look as good as it would when it's clean right before you take delivery. So there's some things in there that that mean thing that's pretty special to us. We understand that you're spending a lot of money. It doesn't matter if you're buying a $5,000 car or a $50,000 car.
Yeah.
$5,000 is a lot of money, Caleb.
Yeah, I'll bring some glass cleaner and a microfiber rag to both before you come pick it up. I keep it in my drawer.
Sure. So, so back onto this. You have to understand, not much of a ghost hunter by any means. I mean, if I'm hunting anything, it's I'm pretty much hunting a beer or a slice of pizza that's in a refrigerator. And buddy, let me tell you, they call me Deadeye because I can find it. But man, so name some other places that you've been. I know it wasn't the first one you've ever went to.
No, this is just something that you get the thrill of just going to places when they have a history. I've been to the sanatorium in Indiana. There's in Villisca, Iowa, they have a house. It's called the Axe Murder House. We've been there. A couple small places, Ashmore Estates, McIntyre Villa, quite a ways away. In terms of ghost hunting, I would say not a whole lot of that goes down. Whenever you go to these places, like officially and not just like unwelcomed, you have somebody there who's going to tell you everything about the place. You get to learn history, stay there overnight.
So what do you sleep in? Are you like sleeping in a sleeping bag?
No.
They putting you up in a room? What we got going on here?
Some of these places are pretty, they're running a business where they collect your money so you can stay there, et cetera. But some places don't have anywhere to sleep. They don't have an outhouse, a spot to stay or retreat to. You're just there. You sleep in a bed like somebody got killed in or something. Yeah. And you just kind of pray for the best. One of these, ain't getting me. It's not happening. If that was what that is. So, yeah, none of the Ouija boards, the scary stuff, no, none of that stuff. Just some good history.
So a lot
cool
of
stories.
Yeah, I bet you there's a lot of there's so much history out there.
Yeah.
And I bet you it's, maybe a little nerve-wracking at times. How many people's on these trips, how many people are going with you?
This last one, there was usually 4 to 6. Just 4 to 6 of us is usually about it.
Total. Man, I'm just going to take your word for it. I'm sure it's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not going to get D. Mitch out there, but
no.
And it's not because I don't want to do the drive. It's not. I'll be honest with you. I'm just, some people. I'm just a little nervous about that. Yeah, call
it's
me
scary.
Hey, call me scared.
I was scared.
Call me scared. I'm fine.
You'll find me spending more time in the gym than haunted places. So,
well,
if we can find a haunted gym, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been going to the gym? I can't tell.
Yeah, most people can't for a long time.
But
it's the you'll never be as big as your pump. Okay, if I had a pump, it'd be different.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
What but that hey, so you like going to the gym? You like doing a little get some history out of some buildings and man, that's there's nothing wrong with that. That's what else do you like to do?
Man, I'm
Hey, actually, I'm gonna break on something real quick. I just thought about this. This cat here wants to go on a vacation.
Man, I just started.
He goes to Colorado. He's him and his girlfriend are going to Colorado. Was your family with you?
No, not this trip. I've been multiple times.
Okay.
This is the first time.
So he, wants to go hiking and do whatever out there, and all of a sudden he wants a couple days off work, and man, go for it, get it done, man. Go enjoy your time with your family. Hope you have a blast. And he hasn't been working here very long at all at the time. So I'm talking about like less than 4 months.
Yeah, for sure.
Less than didn't have any vacay built up, no vacation time. But I gave him a few days, and all of a sudden I get this call, and he goes, "Man, I don't know what to do." I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "Man, I was out hiking, and I lost my car keys." I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I lost my car keys. I'm having to call back home, and we're going to have to get the second key mailed out to us. So I'm going to have to stay out of here a couple more days."
Guess I'll have to.
I said, "Well, I mean, I guess I don't know what to tell you, but let's just set everything straight right now." Number one is, I don't believe that story. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
You just needed a couple more days.
I did.
So
yeah, those keys went down that stream fast, man. I just couldn't get them. I mean,
so you're just gonna stay with it.
Dude, that was a flat out lie, and everybody knows that. I had no idea how to come up with something. So I actually think that originated because we were on a hike, and obviously the series of events doesn't go that way. I remember Cassie did drop her keys. We were going over a bridge, and they kind of almost fell between. I was like, "Oh, that would have been crazy." So it kind of set an implement for me to use that as an excuse. I was like, "Man, I'm going to be here longer than I thought." Yeah, I lost them. Got to get the other ones mailed over here so I can get back, D-Mitch.
Buddy.
I had to.
Young and dumb is all I'm going to say. Young and dumb.
I was nervous that I was not going to.
Hey,
man, you need to get back here. What are you talking about? That's what I was waiting for.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, this place is, now I know I don't have to do that, to say the least.
We spend a lot of hours here at the dealership trying to take care of every single one of our customers the best of possible, for sure. So whenever you get time to with your family or doing whatever you like to do, obviously we want you to put your feet up and relax and just do whatever you want to do. So no reason to lie about the car keys. I knew for a fact. I was like, what in the hell is this kid saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, young and dumb, boys, young and dumb.
Just be honest.
Hey, so back at it, Victory Chevrolet, Savannah, Missouri, 401 East Main Street. Come out here and see us.
Yeah.
Love just to show you around, show you the new lot. Meet Caleb, meet any of our other sales professionals. We're all about customer service. We're here for you. We have get our hands over on thousands of vehicles here. Come out and see us. Just stop in and say hi. Heck, maybe you just want to sell your vehicle. You ever just bought a vehicle, Caleb?
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time.
We'll
just buy your vehicle. Mm-hmm. I mean, so what you're saying is if someone has a vehicle, they could bring it here and you'll just buy it. They don't have to trade. They're not obligated to anything. They just take the check.
Yep, you just take the check.
About how long does that take?
Less than 10 minutes, probably.
Less than 10 minutes. You can get you a check, come sell your vehicle, come see Caleb, Victory Chevrolet, Savannah, Missouri. Next time on the old Victory Boys podcast, we got something special for you.